Bishop DiMarzio, it's good to join so many of your legion of friends in thanking God for your decade of inspired, generous, faithful leadership as Bishop of Brooklyn. You know how much I admire you, and you know how you've always been a great example to me, from your days as a great priest in Newark and your days in Camden and now in Brooklyn. I know firsthand because we're neighbors, and you're an inspiration. I thank you for your leadership. We look forward to another 10, and I'll see you on the treadmill.
Cardinal Timothy Dolan of New York, the leader of all the bishops in the United States, offering his good wishes to our leader, Bishop Nicholas DiMarzio, on his 10th anniversary as the Bishop of Brooklyn. I'm Liz Faublas, and this is Currents. As the 7th Bishop of the diocese, Bishop DiMarzio has provided the leadership. He's revitalized the Catholic Church in Brooklyn and in Queens. He was installed on this day in 2003, a solemn and joyful occasion celebrated at Our Lady of Perpetual Help Basilica. Pope John Paul II sent him here after Bishop DiMarzio served 4 years as the leader of the Catholic Church in Camden. The bishop's connection with New Jersey began the day he was born in Newark. He was ordained as a priest of that archdiocese, and it was there that he began to work on behalf of migrants and immigrants, a mission that has motivated much of his ministry, and today he's a world leader. He's also an evangelizer, a champion of the church's new evangelization. Bishop DiMarzio has issued 3 pastoral letters on that topic. On the day of his installation, by the hundreds, cardinals, bishops, and priests proceeded into the basilica to be with their brother, Nicholas. The Archbishop of New York, Cardinal Edward Egan, presided.
The successor of the Apostle Peter, His Holiness Pope John Paul II, has entrusted the Diocese of Brooklyn, comprising the Church of Kings and Queens County, to the pastoral leadership of our brother Bishop, Nicholas DiMarzio. Welcome to New York, Bishop DiMarzio. We are blessed to have you with us. Wonderful it is to have, just shouting distance away, a great shepherd, and I'll be shouting.
Thank you, thank you.
That laugh we've all come to know and love. In his homily, Bishop DiMarzio shared with the people of the diocese his vision of the church, words he has brought to life during his decade of service here.
And I have chosen for our Eucharistic celebration today the Mass of the Blessed Virgin Mary, image and mother of the Church. Mary becomes mother to each one of us and an image of the Church. I see the Church as a mother, not as an institution. The Church indeed is a family, and the prototypical family has a father, mother, and children. And in the family of the Church, the bishop many times has to take the role of father. He is the chief shepherd of God's people. His role is to protect the flock from harm. The Church is both mother and teacher. And so too the Church in our own day must be a mother to all people and teach the truth about man, the truth revealed to us by Jesus Christ.
On that day then, as he celebrated with Bishop DiMarzio, Cardinal Egan was Archbishop of New York. Today, he is Archbishop Emeritus. During the intervening years, the Cardinal's admiration and respect for Bishop DiMarzio has grown even stronger.
Bishop DiMarzio, heartfelt congratulations on your 10th anniversary as Bishop of the great Diocese of Brooklyn. What a splendid job you've done in Brooklyn. The people love you, and the Archbishop Emeritus of New York loves you as well. You've been a real brother as we work together to serve the capital of the world, which is the city of New York. I hope that you will have many, many more years here in New York and I hope you know that whenever I can do anything to be of assistance to you, you need only pick up the telephone. Bishop, you have not only done splendid work here in New York, you have been an example to the entire United States of America with your commitment to immigration and refugee services. I know that the Holy Father knows of your work, and I know that your work is becoming well known across the world. Please continue to teach us the gospel of Jesus Christ about the new arrivals, about those who need understanding and compassion. For this is really your great grace, the great gift you have given to us. But you've also been a wonderful brother to work with as we serve the city of New York. We did it together for 7 years, and now that I am retired, for these last 3 years, we've been working as well as one for this one great church across the world. You are an evangelizer and much committed to the new evangelization. And I know that the network that I have the pleasure of this morning speaking to is an example of your commitment to evangelization. Please continue to lead us and to give us inspiration. Please know that we love you and we admire you, and please accept once again my heartfelt congratulations. May your next 10 years and the next be filled with every grace and blessing.
As Cardinal Egan reminded us before the break, Bishop DiMarzio is an internationally acclaimed leader on the issues of migration and immigration, a special shepherd to newcomers and refugees. Well, tonight the bishop is joining with Pope Francis, praying for the dead, the missing, and the survivors of a horrible catastrophe at sea. An old wooden boat with about 500 refugees aboard burned and sank off the coast of Lampedusa. This footage from the Italian Coast Guard shows some of the saved being helped to shore. At least 94 are dead, about 200 migrants are missing. The tragedy being called one of the deadliest shipwrecks in the Mediterranean in recent history. The victims are mostly from Eritrea, Ghana, and Somalia. As their boat approached Lampedusa, a blanket was ignited to signal the shore. Passengers, panicked by the fire, rushed to one side, tipping the vessel over, tossing many into the sea. Within minutes, the boat was fully engulfed in flames and sank only a half a mile from land. Lampedusa is a way station for thousands of men, women, and children searching for better lives. In his first papal trip outside Rome, Pope Francis went there in July to pray for the 25,000 migrants who have lost their lives in the Mediterranean. It was during this pastoral journey that the Holy Father coined the term globalization of indifference to symbolize the world's failure to recognize the suffering of others. Today, Francis stopped what he was doing when he received news of the shipwreck.
Non posso non ricordare con grande dolore le numerose vittime dell'ennesimo tragico naufragio avvenuto oggi al largo di Lampedusa. Mi viene la parola vergogna. È una vergogna. Preghiamo insieme Dio per chi ha perso la vita, uomini, donne, bambini, per i familiari e per tutti i profughi. Uniamo i nostri sforzi perché non si ripetano simili tragedie. Solo una decisa collaborazione di tutti può aiutare a prevenirle.
Authorities say many of the dead drowned. They just did not know how to swim. The chief of health services on Lampedusa says, "We need only caskets, certainly no ambulances." A very terrible tragedy. Well, as news of this horrible story broke, Currents correspondent Conrad Aderer was heading to a Catholic church in Queens. Inside, migrants from around the world were gathering.
The dangers of migration are well known in the Diocese of Brooklyn. Bishop DiMarzio's leadership on the issue has been internationally recognized. But here, at St. Patrick's Church in Long Island City, the International Conference of Migrants and Refugees is gathering to organize change from the ground up.
Because right now the United Nations is having their high-level discussions and they're talking about migrant workers. Meanwhile, we're members of Migrant Canada, and we have also members of International Migrants Alliance and Migrant International, and other migrant organizations all over the world are here also participating.
Are there any representatives of migrant workers at the conference in the U.S.?
No, there's no representatives there right now, you know.
How can you have a dialogue, a high-level dialogue on migrants without including migrants in those dialogues? We're talking about people who are basically, in AC rooms a whole day, who probably have never even lifted 10 pounds in their whole life. You know what I mean? Making decisions on behalf of people who've been under high-level exploitation, sexual abuse, all sorts of other exploitation, and with precarious status.
Many of the people on the ship that sank near Lampedusa were African refugees trying to enter Europe. I asked Rex Osa Karawane, a refugee activist who migrated to Germany from Nigeria, for his reaction. So does this kind of thing just happen by accident, or is there a reason that it happened?
Yeah, I think the issue about Lampedusa, or the issue of people dying in the sea, is not new. Thousands of people have been dying out of structures or agencies created by the European Union, like the Frontex. And Germany is a major financier of Frontex, because Germany is not at the borders, it's in the middle of Europe, but they try to protect the borders as much as possible so that refugees don't come in there. So the issue of Lampedusa, the issue of people dying in the sea, has been there for years, and we've been fighting so hard.
Millions of migrants have been deported from the U.S. in the last 10 years. I met the son of possibly the most famous deportee, Elvira Arellano. In 2006, she took sanctuary in a Methodist church in Chicago for 12 months before being arrested and deported to Mexico. What's your mother doing now?
Right now she's in Marabatío, Michoacán. That's where we're living right now. And she's almost going to have a baby, and she's just waiting the day.
And what are you trying to accomplish here? What do you hope happens here at this conference?
I want President Obama to reflection and think about all those families that are getting separated, not just me. I'm not the only one getting separated or that got separated. There's more families that are getting destroyed every day. And it's not justice. It's injustice for those families that are getting separated.
Bishop DiMarzio has long demanded justice, calling on Congress to pass a comprehensive immigration bill, which as of tonight remains stalled. Reporting for Currents, this is Conrad Aderer.
When Bishop DiMarzio arrived in Brooklyn, the Diocese of Immigrants, he remained a forceful voice for them, leading his expertise to the Secretary General of the United Nations and the Pope's Council on Migrants. There were many other challenges, however, for Bishop DiMarzio. He came to our Current studios to recount some of them.
We had to deal with our schools. That was the first meeting I had with our finance council of the diocese. Said, well, you got to close a lot of schools. I said, what? I just got here. Well, I have to find out what's going on. So I think we did find a way of keeping schools open, consolidating, making them stronger. That was a major accomplishment. A lot of the work was done by Bishop Caggiano. Then we had to look at the parishes. The parishes themselves needed some change. Thankfully, we didn't have to combine too many parishes or close only 3 churches in this 10 years that were actually closed. Mm-hmm. There are parishes that have more than one church combined. So that was an accomplishment. I think the other thing is vocations. Really, we really needed a lot of vocations to keep at least pace somehow with the need. You know, when I came, we had 29 seminarians. We now have 63. We ordained, I think, this time about 30. So you can see how it's shifted.
You have a big class coming next year.
We have a big class, 13, coming up next year. That'll help a lot. So it's important that that was a really, I think, an important accomplishment to see how we can look at the future of the church. We need the new evangelization calls for new methods and new evangelizers. Mm-hmm. And I think the laity also is very important. We've tried to deal with that need of educating and forming the laity, because they have to take their place in the new evangelization. So a lot has been accomplished. There's a lot more to be done.
Bishop DiMarzio pointed out that during his revamping of the diocese Catholic schools, he had the able assistance of Bishop Frank Caggiano. The bishop also relies upon his other bishops, as together they serve the only entirely urban diocese in the nation. Right now, one of them, Bishop Octavio Cisneros, is in Rome, ready to reap another fruit from Bishop DiMarzio's emphasis on vocations.
Bishop DiMarzio, I wish you all the best and God's blessings on this, your anniversary. 10 years ago, the Diocese of Brooklyn was graced by the appointment of a new shepherd, and you are our pastor. You have been our teacher, you have been our guide, our spiritual guide, and we want to thank you for all these 10 years that you have dedicated yourself to the diocese. I am today in Rome, and for the ordination of one of your seminarians, one of your deacons, Deacon Juan Luxama. And that, I think, underscores the fact that you have worked so hard for vocations in the diocese, that you have promoted, that you have guided days of recollection, days of prayer, open a house of formation for the seminarians and the discernment house. How wonderful. I think that you have been sent to us as a gift from God, as a moment of grace to shepherd us. You have done that, and you will continue to do that. I thank God and I pray here at the See of Peter for your well-being, and as they say around the world, ad multos annos.
Congratulations, Bishop DiMarzio. The entire diocese is very, very grateful and blessed to have you as their head shepherd. And while everyone expresses its gratitude, I would like to be the voice piece of the immigrants. You know, the immigrants from Haiti, from the Dominican Republic, from all the Hispanic countries, the immigrants from Africa, from Asia. We are all extremely blessed to have a bishop like yourself who has a deep sense of justice and the universality of the church. May the Lord bless you, and we hope that you will remain a bishop with us for many, many more years. God bless you.
Bishop DiMarzio, I extend to you on the 10th anniversary of your ministry here in the Diocese of Brooklyn and Queens my sincere wish that you will have many more happy years among us serving God's people. Thank you for the ministry you've done, for the service you've given, for the sacrifices you made. May God continue to give you strength and grace that you may be a sign of God's presence among us.
Well, Bishop DiMarzio, congratulations on your 10th anniversary here in the Diocese of Brooklyn. I've had the privilege of working with you in these 10 years, and it's been a joy to work with you. And I've seen firsthand your love and care and concern for the priests of the diocese. And I thank you for that on behalf of the priests. You really do care for them, and you show that care in many different ways, many ways that are not even known to the priests you serve. So thank you for loving your priests. Thank you for serving them. Thank you for being such an important part of our presbyterate. You are our shepherd, you are our father, you are our friend, and you are a brother to all of us. Thank you, Bishop. Congratulations on your 10th anniversary, and thanks for all you do for the priests and for the people of the Diocese of Brooklyn.
Bishop DiMarzio, as you celebrate your 10th anniversary of ministerial leadership here in the Diocese of Brooklyn and Queens, I want to offer you my heartfelt congratulations and best wishes, and my gratitude for all that you have given to us, and especially in a very personal way, everything that you have taught me in leadership, in service. I wish you many years of health and happiness in Brooklyn and Queens. May God bless you.
A lot of love in that package. Well, earlier we heard Cardinal Egan congratulate Bishop DiMarzio for establishing this television network, Net TV, as part of his vision for the new evangelization. The bishop has developed a strategy of combining communications platforms in order to better reach the faithful. And he selected a special leader to carry out his dream on a daily basis, Monsignor Kieran Harrington.
Bishop DiMarzio, your friends at Net TV, Nuestra Voz, and the tablet always enjoy having you come by to record an interview for Put Out Into the Deep. We know that you have the roar of a lion, but really are as gentle as a lamb. Happy 10th anniversary from all of us here at DeSales. God bless you.
And while Bishop DiMarzio is the leader of all Catholics in the diocese, there's a political leader here as well, Borough President Marty Markowitz, a man who is uniquely Brooklyn.
Bishop DiMarzio, happy 10th anniversary to you. Happy 10th anniversary to you. Happy 10th anniversary to you from all the residents, all the 2.6 million Brooklynites. I'll keep my day job, Bishop, but I'm here today to say that even this Jewish boy loves you and respects you. And I want to congratulate you on 10 excellent years in the leadership of the Catholic Church in Brooklyn. And we all know that the Catholic Church in the USA begins right here in Brooklyn. So all I can do is give you a big salute, knowing that your next 10 years will be even more successful than these past 10 years. As we say in Brooklyn, Mazel Tov and Lashana Tova.
During his tenure as shepherd in Brooklyn and Queens, a top priority for Bishop DiMarzio has been developing the best schools in New York, the Catholic schools of the diocese. The bishop described some of his efforts earlier in the broadcast, and each week, Currents highlights another example of his success when we feature our School of the Week. Tonight, Currents education correspondent Maria Elena Giassi travels to Queens.
We're at St. Francis of Assisi School in Astoria, and it's Spirit Day.
Spirit Day is an occasion every year to celebrate our patron saint's anniversary and to enjoy our school community and our volunteers and have a fun day for the kids. Just remember our purpose and why we're here at St. Francis, to live together, to learn together, to work together in the best spirit possible.
It's a great thing in honor of our patron saint, and it creates a nice spirit amongst all of the students. It's a healthy competition, but it's good for them. And today, God has really blessed us with a beautiful day, so we don't have to worry about rain clouds or anything else like that.
Each class gets to participate outside in a competition, an event, and within their own classrooms, they're going to learn about the life of St. Francis. Some of the teachers are showing films or reading stories about St. Francis, and they'll dedicate their religion lessons to him today.
We always have something going on, something fun and exciting, and the kids enjoy it, and they love competing. It brings everybody together, and we are like one big family.
Spirit Day is very important to not only the children and the parents, but to the entire parish, because the entire parish supports the school.
I do have 3 children in the school. It's just, there's a spirit here as soon as you walk in the doors, and you feel it in all my years here. We have great parents, great teachers, great staff. We're all more like a family here.
We provide every child that comes to our school with a quality Catholic education, and it's done by the dedication and the commitment, of our faculty. It truly is for them a ministry. They are dedicated to what they do, and they love what they do, and the children love them.
This is a great school. It's a family feel here. Everybody knows everybody, and we really support each other, and it's a wonderful place to go to work every day.
Well, it really means a lot to me because, this is my future. All the good teachers are so nice and welcoming, so that makes you really want to love learning and excel in life.
The school means to me so much because all my friends are here, and the principal and all the teachers and Monsignor are so nice, and they just want us to be happy.
I love St. Francis. My parents have went here, my uncle, my aunt, so it's like family here.
We ran an obstacle course and we played tug of war, and it was really, really fun. I feel very excited, but I also congratulate the other team for working really, really hard.
In the spirit of its patron, St. Francis of Assisi School promotes a spirit of community, cooperation, and respect. I'm Maria Elena Giassi for Currents.
During his work on behalf of immigrants, Bishop DiMarzio first encountered the Archbishop of Miami, Thomas Wensky. They formed a close bond because they shared the same passion, helping those most in need.
Bishop DiMarzio, greetings from South Florida, New York City's 6th borough. Congratulations on your 10th anniversary as Bishop of Brooklyn. And thank you for lending your voice and your actions to the defense of immigrants throughout the world. Your example has been an inspiration and a model for all your brother bishops. Thank you for your example. Thank you for your friendship.
Although he is now the Bishop of Brooklyn and Queens, for the Archbishop of Newark, John Myers, Bishop DiMarzio remains a son of the city in which he was born. But just in case, the Archbishop is sending along a reminder.
Bishop DiMarzio, my friend, when the Apostolic Nuncio called you 10 years ago to say that you had been appointed Bishop of the Holy Land, you might not have thought at first that he meant Brooklyn. But I see that you have come to agree that his description was absolutely right. For almost 150 years, the Diocese of Brooklyn and the Archdiocese of Newark had one thing in common. We were both established in 1853. But since you became the shepherd of the faithful in the Diocese of Brooklyn, that connection is even stronger. And although we are physically separated by 3 rivers and a state boundary, you always will be a true son of Newark in our hearts. I should tell you that the rector of the cathedral, your home parish, will be sending you a packet of envelopes to help remind you of your roots here. Congratulations on this milestone in your ministry to the people of this local church of Brooklyn. Ad multos annos.
Oh, well, honestly, we could stay on the air around the clock for the next week and still not have enough time for all those who want to wish Bishop DiMarzio well. So we've chosen a group to speak for all of us, a group representing those who are very close to the bishop's heart. Oh, very happy anniversary, dear Bishop. And a quick note, please remember the Bishop in your prayers tonight. Not only is it his anniversary, but he's announced on his Facebook page that he spent the past couple of days in the hospital. He's recovering from a minor illness, and he's very grateful for your prayers. And please, thank you for joining us tonight. We leave you with more from the Mass 10 years ago, with Bishop Nicholas DiMarzio was installed as the Bishop of Brooklyn. For the entire Currents News team, I'm Liz Faublas. Have a good night.